How's it going, everyone? Big Don, DJ Ace Man, FKP, and we have a special guest here today, Spencer Davidson, joining us for Any Given Monday Morning Sports Network. How's it going, everyone?
We got the CEO of the Homie Hopper right here.
Yep, he
In
is
the
here,
flash,
ladies and
in
gentlemen.
the flash.
He's going to be demanding his freaking royalties for how many followers Zach Wilson got in the span of 48 hours.
Yep. Zach
Yeah.
Wilson, get on here right now. We know you have those followers. We know you have that money, even if it's Jets money. With whatever money the Jets have.
We know your
Come
uncle
on, get on
owns
here
like-
right now.
We know your uncle's like the CEO of JetBlue, so get up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's actually the CEO of
Oh
JetBlue.
my god.
Jeez. Well, anyways, we have Spencer on tonight. He luckily took the time, thankfully took the time to speak with us, and we greatly appreciate it. So we're going to get started right now, just with some questions regarding this whole his comment actually that went viral. So first and foremost, what's the backstory behind that comment? Did you already follow the person before, or did you just say, you know what, I just want to comment this and we'll see what happens?
Well, I saw it on. I don't know if you guys know what U Stadium is. Do you guys know what U Stadium is?
Yep.
I saw like where they posted about her dating Zach Wilson's best friend. So immediately I just went and commented "Homie Hopper," and then she responded. So
And for the people that don't know, like, what does homie hopper mean?
Oh no.
Urban Dictionary.
the girl that's
We're
been
getting-
passed around by the friend group. You know.
Yep.
Go
Okay.
violating bro code right now. First off, that's Zach's fault. He's an 8th string wide receiver, but
Wow. Oh. It's an A-string wide receiver on what? Somewhat
freaking
relevant team.
Washington. Do I call them?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we don't even
Become
need to
the-
mention them
yeah.
already. Washington redacted. All right, there we go.
Name redacted.
Yeah, name redacted.
And like, how did you feel when she actually replied to your comment? Like, what was going through your head? Did you ever think that was ever going to happen?
Well, I don't think she had that many followers, but she didn't respond to anyone else. Like I wasn't the first person to comment "Homie Hopper," but she picked me. Everybody. So that
I
was
don't know.
weird.
Maybe
But
she
it
picked,
actually it didn't like stop at Homie Hopper. Like she responded, and then like I responded again, and then her friend was like, she tagged my girlfriend and was like, "Come get your mans" and some shit, and
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
and then she like went private and then deleted her account.
What the heck?
Damn.
So
I didn't even know
he was
this.
fighting you now.
Oh no.
So we're the one that screenshot it, or did someone else screenshot it and it went viral after that?
Someone else did.
Someone else did.
Yeah.
And like,
how did you react when we first saw that comment? You were like, "Yo, what the hell does she mean by this?"
I thought it was weird because like that's not what a homie hopper is, but it was pretty crazy to see everyone's reaction, like backing Zach Wilson. You know, like he's fucking legendary now, and
and like when you saw it blow up, like, what was your first thoughts? Were you like, this is unbelievable, or like, what were you thinking, like in your head, like during that moment?
well, I thought it was just kind of weird that like, well, I woke up and then I had like a bunch of Instagram comments, and then someone sent me the like Jack Max TikTok or like on Barstool, and then I had a bunch of like high school boys commenting on my like
wow.
recent Instagram, like WW Homie Hopper King WWW, and I was like, what is going on?
Of course, it was high schoolers that probably follow Barstool Sports and say, "Damn, when I go to college, I'm going to just be like them." You know, I mean, nothing against
Maybe like my hero,
Barstool; they
Zach
run a
Wilson.
great brand, but yeah.
I mean, that's the demographic right there. All the high school kids.
Well, it's
And, like,
high school and
college
also
kids,
college
too.
students. Yeah,
Yeah.
college students that go to universities or colleges that don't do well academically. No, somewhat. Some of them actually do well, but the ones that just do not care at all.
Now, like, getting all these like messages and stuff, and even comments on your like personal social media, what was your favorite Like, do you have a favorite one, Spencer, from any of this?
Let me look real quick. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we-
can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm ready for this video to go out there. Then someone from Barstool recognizes it and says, "Oh no, it's not about the Spencer kid. It's about that one kid who dissed us and said, oh, we're blah blah blah."
There was a or do you know what My Mixtapes is?
Are they that like hip hop and sports account?
Yeah, it has 1.5 million followers, and they like had the screenshot, and then they sent it to me, and were like, "Can you confirm this story?" And I said, "I don't know. I just read it on U Stadium and wanted to troll her." And then they sent me back the laughing emoji. So that's probably my favorite.
That's fun.
Laughing troll emoji. Oh goodness me.
Now, did
Uh.
anyone like a part of like this whole drama? Did anyone personally reach out to you, or like you can't disclose that?
No, no one did.
But you got like news story, like you have Barstool. You said My Mixtapes. Any other like news or like just social media news reach out to you?
No, there was this one TikToker I've seen on my page a lot. She does a lot of sports. Her name is shoot. Let me see. I hope she didn't delete. Oh, okay, Lacey Jane Brown or something.
Oh, hold on. Doing research here too.
Yeah,
feel like I
she
recognize
DM'd
that
me
name.
and asked if it was fake. She thought it was fake, but that's pretty much the only one. I DM'd Old Row Sports, and I was like, it was about like all the shirts they were making, and I was like, damn, can I cop one? And they saw it, and I was like, you're really making money off that, but you won't even send me a free one. And they saw it, but they didn't respond.
That's the same thing with was it 1 Minute Man too? KFC. Barstool, they came out with like a shirt for it as well. I'm surprised. I mean, was it you're kind of the guy, even though lots of other people were saying it as well, but you were the chosen one out of all of them,
Yeah.
the royal one out of all of us to say Homie
Yeah.
Hopper, and she picked you specifically, and now everyone's just coming out with these shirts and all that, and they're not even going to be willing to like send you a shirt or say like, shout out this kid right here, shout out my boy Spencer right here for unleashing the dog in Zach Wilson. But instead they're just like, nah, money, revenue for the Jets, who are the Jets.
Let's face it, they're a poverty franchise.
Yeah, the Jets. The Jets are the Jets, pretty much.
But now
Like,
I think this is
they're-
going to probably help the Jets now because the Jets haven't had a savior like this since Broadway Joe Namath. They tried out a bunch of quarterbacks. I'm going to go read off the list here. They tried out the likes of Richard Todd, Ken O'Brien, who they famously drafted over Dan Marino. They had Neil O'Donnell to the list. They had Boomer Esiason, Vinny Testaverde, who was under the Parcells regime, Chad Pennington, the butt fumble, Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bryce Petty, Sam Darnold, Christian Hackenberg, now, we finally got the legend himself, Zach Wilson, bringing relevance back to the New York Jets. I think Mark Sanchez had a little thing or two here and there with the New York
butt
media.
fumble.
But now I
That's
can't
all
wait
it
to
is.
see.
It's butt fumble. That's Mark Sanchez. It's butt fumble.
I'm gonna tell
If
you
I
this.
ever do meet Mark Sanchez, which would be kind of cool, I would actually personally like him to sign a picture of the butt fumble for me. Will he ever do it? Probably not. He'd probably look at me, give me stink eye, and say, "Piss off, kid." But I'd still be like, "Do it." That's your legacy with the Jets, Mr. Sanchez. It's the butt fumble.
Doesn't matter about the 2 AFC titles there.
Their best their best player though was Pennington, their best quarterback. That was it.
Were you gonna give your
After that was just pain. Nothing but pain.
But now you got this guy. I mean, I gotta ask you, what were your thoughts on Zach Wilson before everything kind of transpired, before he became the dog?
I didn't really like him too much, but I just got a comment that said the man himself. But yeah, I don't really like him too much. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot more.
That's respectable. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, someone's coming out of, was it Clemson, and He's gone to the national title before, and he's won it before as well. And now he's going to a team like the Jaguars, who, based on what they did last year, was horrendous. You don't hire Urban Meyer and expect success out of it. They just thought, oh, because he's done so well at Ohio State, he'll translate to the NFL. We all know how that ended up. But Trevor Lawrence, I don't know. Would you guys count, was it last year as kind of his rookie year, or kind of like a, that
It was
team
definitely his
was
rookie
in
year.
Yeah, it was
that
a
team was
rookie
in
year,
dis-
but
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the team
I
was
mean,
in
the team is
disrepair.
yeah, they
all
need
that.
a lot of pieces,
They-
so yeah, they're
I'm
gonna need
even
a lot of work.
surprised that. I'm surprised he finished out the entire year based on how terrible that team was.
Mm.
But I mean,
By the way, did
no,
you see Zach Wilson's response to all this? So apparently he DM'd one of the TikTokers. Well, allegedly, this actually could be fake or some shit like that. But he DM'd one of the TikTokers that uploaded the news, and he was like, "Yo, can you just take it down?" And he's like, "I can't, man. It's already out there. You're screwed, man." And then I've been perusing. I think his mom was getting up in arms on her freaking social media. She has
Yeah,
like a whole
she
entire
was.
dedicated Instagram following ever since Zach Wilson got drafted. Because everyone in New Jersey and Long Island decided to say, "Oh, Zach Wilson's mom is hot." It's confirmed. That kind of started the MILF trend.
yeah, Mr. Wilson, you have a very nice, eloquent mother.
You,
Can I please talk to her? Yeah,
And then you
everyone
naturally
just
gotta
went
assume-
bonkers.
I think it was Big Cat that said this. It's like Zach Wilson's mom's hot. She must be just hot friends. It makes fucking perfect sense. They're two consenting adults right here. That was probably my favorite reaction out of all of it. Everyone just saying it's just like, "Hey, fair game." Because at the end of the day, I mean, say what you want about Zach Wilson's preference in women, even though it's completely fucking warranted. The man's a dog for doing what he's doing. All right.
Yes, the
You
Mormons
gotta let
can
this
pull as
man-
well.
If you can let this man, who I don't even care who was your college roommate at BYU and was your favorite receiving target, he's now an H-stream wide receiver. Like now you're just fucking
On Washington, of all teams.
You're going-
Washington.
on freaking Washington. Like that whole situation right there is a mess in my opinion. But I'm very surprised in sort of how everything transpired here in terms of how Zach Wilson's garnered after this, because come to think of it, I think this is probably going to be hinging on the Jets season right now in terms of hype. I think season tickets are going to go up. I think Woody Johnson's probably going to market the hell out of this. Get your buy a Jets ticket to get half off your Zach Wilson MILF jerseys. You should absolutely do that.
Yeah, you should ask the Jets organization too. Just be like, hey, can I get like at least a free ticket to a game? I mean, that'd be fine. It's
They
like,
probably would block you or something like that.
Might as well try.
You gotta,
yeah, it's the Jets. I don't think they sell out anytime soon.
you know, what you also have to do. You have to reach out to Zach Wilson's agent. Maybe you can try to discuss something with them and see, like, hey, like I didn't want to do any bad intentions, but like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe like, hey, I got him to have some hype or something like that. You know, You
Yeah.
can play that card too.
I don't know who his agent is though.
Yeah, we can look it up and
They
then
had probably
I'll
some
get
rich guy
demonetized.
who
It probably will be. You could probably look it up. I don't know on I don't think they would disclose the name of the QB on LinkedIn usually, but sometimes they'll say like NFL player agent. I don't know. Somebody probably has it somewhere. I guess.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
It's Sport Track or Spot Track, SpotRackBlah.com. However, I think you can look it up there later because I do not want us to get demonetized. What am I kidding? We're already demonetized.
we're not even trying to make money off this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Nah.
It will eventually come. Never.
Never.
But I mean, no, yeah. I mean, something like that sounds like fun too. Just like talk to his agent and say, "Hey, man, I'm the one who did it." Hopefully
Yeah, talk to
nothing
his
bad
mom.
happens." Oh yeah, that's a good. That leads into our next question. For you personally, do you think Zach Wilson actually did his mom's best friend?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
I don't really like him as a player, but he seems like a dog, you know, like even before that.
Oh, geez. I gotta pull up this now.
It's confirmed he's a dog. Oh, hell no.
Just go upstairs. I'm going hard. Bing bong.
My man's
Man,
got the
Piss
dog.
off.
That right there is the New York energy.
That was,
Yeah,
that was the first thing I thought of. I'm surprised no one has taken that meme yet.
That's definition New York Yinzer right there. God damn. Of course it had to be someone from New York, and it had to be a New York team like the Jets. Really. Alright, so 100% confirmed Zach Wilson did his mom. Or his mom's
absolutely
best
confirming
friend.
it right here.
His mom's-
It could be both, I don't know. And it'd be kind of weird though, but
Oh man.
so yes, to Zach Wilson doing his mom's best friend.
Yeah, confirmed.
Oh,
You heard
hell
it here.
Hey.
We heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, that Zach Wilson did his mom's best friend. Did they actually disclose like who his mom's best friend was, like on
No.
Twitter and all that?
No, they didn't.
No, I'm pretty
It's
sure
got-
what's happening right now is everyone's just like doing their own freaking research. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
who's tagged in Zach Wilson's mom's photos? It's just fucking DM them.
Oh god.
Now Zach
I'm-
Wilson's
I'm
mom's going on Instagram.
Ready for that to break soon. It's gonna just be. It's gonna be an interesting day on Twitter. It's gonna be an interesting day on Twitter. I wonder what's gonna be trending, and then Twitter's gonna have to. Have you seen that meme that's come out where it says like there's a car salesman, he's just like closing all of the trunks and all that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that. It's just gonna be that. It's like, whoops, gotta close this. Whoop, hell no, gotta close that. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen when it comes out. But anyway, aside from thinking of that, now. So did you see? I think Don maybe asked this before. So you already saw the Zach Wilson's alleged response to take it down, as well.
Yeah, I saw. I think I saw it on Jack Max, the Barstool thing.
What was your initial reaction when you got to see that? It's like, oh wow, I'm being featured on like a site like Barstool and any other sites too. It was kind of just like,
It was-
damn.
Cool. Like I saw it on Sports Center, and I kind of wanted to make money off of it, but it doesn't really
You
matter.
just change
Like,
your freaking
it's
Instagram
cool.
handle to the homie hopper.
It made
Yeah,
my
but-
week. It made my. It's the most interesting thing that's happened to me in like months. So
The homie hopper. There you go. The number one homie hopper.
I got to pull up Zach Wilson's
Okay.
recent post.
Have you
Zach
now
Wilson-
considered getting a Zach Wilson jersey, but it's the number on there, but it says like MILF Hunter or certified dog.
I have considered it.
If you do that and you post it like you with the jersey on and everything like that, I guarantee you're gonna get so many responses back.
I'm thinking about it. Need the money first though.
No, just get like a cheap one or something like that. You know, like the
DHgate.
$30 ones.
The bootleg version.
Yeah, just get one of those. You don't have to like drop 100 on it. I mean,
You know what I'm
that's
honestly
just
tempted to do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up to freaking Florham Park, which is where the Jets practice facility is in training camp. Which is
Oh,
actually,
God.
which fun fact, those training camps are free to the public. So, and I just want to see this sea of freaking New Jerseyers coming in, and just be like, I want to see the signs they hold up. I want to see Milf Hunter signs. I want to see freaking Zach. I want to see Zach Wilson jerseys. I want to see all the cheers every time the man steps on a field. You forget the fact that I think the Jets probably have the most elite quarterback room of all time right now because not only you got Zach Wilson,
Oh,
and
God.
you got Mike
Joe
White, who
Flacco.
nominated for
Joe
1
Flacco.
week. For 1 week, he looked like Tom Brady against the Cincinnati Bengals, and then you got the elite Joe Flacco. I think the Jets are gonna have a great year.
We don't talk
Quarterback
about
is
Joe
no longer
Flacco here. We don't talk about Joe Flacco here.
We love talking about Joe Flacco here. What are you
Shut
talking
up. You don't like talking about Joe Flacco.
Now, Spencer, heading back to like, you know how everyone's making merch now
I'm just
off of
kidding.
like just with
Love you, Joe.
Zach Wilson and the whole thing that's come out. Have you thought about making your own merch since you have a lot of people who are like in your social media and that are currently just like finding out about you? Like, have you thought about that or considered that?
Not really. Like I figured it would die down by now. But I don't know. I'm still getting comments and stuff, but no, I haven't really thought about making merch. Probably should have.
Yeah. But who would have thought though, you know, who would have thought that this would have blown to this proportion, you know?
Yeah, I sure didn't.
So I don't know if I got a comment like that, and if I see it on my phone, and just read out loud from freaking Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend saying that shit, I'll probably be like, bro, what the fuck? Why would she
mean-
say that? Which is probably
I mean, her intention probably was to make Zach Wilson look, not the best out there. And she must have realized it was going to backfire a little bit, but I mean, it's just more gossip to fuel the Jets going into this next season. And I think, we asked you beforehand, but now to tell everyone out there, the big question, are you a Jets fan? Are you one of the
I'm-
loyal
I'm
New
not
York
a Jets
Jets
fan.
fans?
I'm a Saints fan.
Wow.
oh, there you go.
Well, there
Would
you go.
consider the-
I'll tell you this: all of Tampa Bay probably doesn't like you, and all of New England probably doesn't like you right now, because they've all converted to being Buccaneers fans.
I don't like them either.
Oh jeez.
All right, you're
Well,
allowed
next
on
year,
here
like, the
anytime you
Jets
want.
are second.
You're allowed on here anytime you want, Spencer. You're
I
allowed on here.
appreciate it.
All right, now here's one more sport organization. Would you say you like them or just no? Dallas Cowboys.
Hate them.
There we go.
Hey,
I love this kid. I love him already. I love him.
We need those
I love
Jerry
him.
Rice
I love
slaps.
him. We need him. I love you already.
I think Dak's a bum.
Actually,
all right, I'll admit Dak's okay.
we
He's
gotta
not
stay
bad,
this
but
for
he's
the
kind
tier
of like
list,
on
dude.
bum level right now. You paid him so much money, he hasn't produced much for you, except for getting steamrolled by that 49ers.
Yeah.
You can already tell my allegiance.
what's the
But-
NFL team that you hate the most, Spencer? Like you don't like them as a franchise at all.
I really hate the Panthers
Yeah,
because
that's a surprise.
growing up, like the Saints play the Panthers twice a year, and it was like when Cam Newton was like, he probably would have been cool, like if I was like a Panthers fan, but like rooting against him, he just seemed like a big d-bag. So,
Yeah, I don't blame you for that one.
but now we beat him twice a year, so it's all good.
Now you have to beat him with Baker Mayfield.
I think we'll be all right.
Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, Baker's free now finally from Cleveland, but it's no better. Even Robbie Anderson says, I don't want him here.
Yeah.
We have the live cat
Okay.
stream too going on.
How you gonna do that?
But I mean, I don't know, you guys want to get into the tier list now, or do you have any
Actually,
like
before I show that, I gotta show Zach Wilson's recent post because
Oh,
I think
God.
it's just freaking golden. All right, so
Hey,
here
what
here
is
is
that?
with the elite Joe Flacco.
Uh,
I'm just saying that to piss off Kai here.
No, I actually respect Joe Flacco. I was just messing around because of that one Super Bowl.
And I love this freaking caption right here. Took the boys to the Weber Ranch in Idaho before camp. Poor self service, what I miss. Zach Wilson's freaking goated for that.
What I miss. Of course, Zach Wilson would post that because he's in. Where the heck is he anyway? Would you say? Because we have the East Coast boys up here. If you're to pinpoint where he is, what do you guys think?
Oh, he's in Idaho.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's in
let's not-
Idaho. Okay,
Me.
Idaho. This is our little geo tracker moment. What do you think, Spencer?
Idaho.
It literally says that guy.
I don't know. Okay.
Ye-
Damn.
I'm out here in Idaho.
I'm out. I would have never guessed Idaho. Well, I mean, I didn't even see it before. Oh,
Damn.
it does say Idaho. God damn it.
If I had to guess, I'd say Utah, Mormon land. It also looks
Yeah.
really pretty there. So
Yeah.
it's
Hey.
short.
Hey. He could be faking where he is right now.
That's true.
Yeah, so
I'm just
people,
kidding. It probably is
people in freaking
Idaho.
Idaho, man. Go pull up to freaking Zach Wilson's place and just be like, "Ah, yeah. He's
No,
like
he
a
probably
Montana.
you probably bring out a big sign that says, "Hey, you the homie hopper." It's like, yeah,
Bro.
he comes out.
And now everyone's
bad.
dying in the freaking comment section. Even
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, who is now rumored to, who's now on the trade block. Good for him.
Yeah, we should say that real quick. Spencer, a little segue into basketball a little bit. You big into basketball or not that much?
Yeah, I watch basketball.
All right. So what do you think of the whole Donovan Mitchell situation right now?
I want him to get traded to the Heat
Ooh, okay.
or the Sixers. But I
Oh,
know
the Sixers?
Oh shit.
I'm a
Lots
Sixers
of,
fan. I'm I'm a Sixers fan.
Okay. That's,
Okay.
That's
That's
fair
up to
enough
you.
then.
Hey
That's-
James,
that's-
I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
Yeah,
You
we
don't
have our
like
Red
Westbrook?
Sox.
You don't like Westbrook?
Westbrook.
nah. Oh, I think the Westbrook hate like gets out of hand because it like people on like Instagram and stuff absolutely dog on Russell Westbrook, bro. I'd
He's
be
a
embarrassed
fine player.
in public.
I think like with Westbrook is he's a decent player. I mean, any team would love to have someone like of his caliber. It's just the thing is,
Paying him $50 million.
yeah, you're paying him so much money. I don't think anyone wants to take on that contract as well. And is he
Man's
going to be one of
declining as
those
well.
players that can just elevate a team to the next level? Last year was supposed to be the year that proved that to kind of didn't a little bit. If he were to go anywhere else, I think he'll still be fine. It's just it depends on where he goes. Because
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
everything's leaning towards the Brooklyn Nets, but even something's not happening over there. So I don't know what
Hmm.
team would want to take on his contract and just want to deal with him a little
Can you
bit.
imagine if he goes to the Nets and then he's playing with friggin' Ben Simmons? The shooting on that team will just absolutely be horrendous.
I
They
think he
might be
would
shooting
just be
below
leading.
41%. That might
He'd
be
be
the
leading.
lowest shooting team.
They're okay. The Nets, I mean, they have Seth Curry over there.
That's it.
There's no. Yeah, I know they have others. They have
Seth Curry,
the
the
other
favorite.
Curry. So yes, we have the residential Knicks fan up here who wants the Knicks to acquire Donovan Mitchell so
Not Russell
badly, but
Westbrook. I wouldn't touch Russell Westbrook with a 12-foot pole. Here's the thing with the Knicks, though.
oh god, here we go.
If we freaking give up RJ, then I'm gonna be mad. Because
Oh, no.
because right now he's probably the only like player on the team that I actually feel confident about. I don't like Julius Randle. They can the Jazz can have him. We overpaid for freaking Jalen Brunson because what else you got to do? Even though people right now we got players getting $60 million per year, which is insane. But I digress. I think the Knicks want to throw a package together. It probably would surround. They have like 8 first-round picks. A lot of them are protected, but still. And then you can throw in guys like Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes. But the freaking Miami Heat throw in Tyler Hero, and then I think the Knicks will probably have to throw in RJ Barrett if that's probably like the ceiling that they're able to go to.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Spencer?
I probably wouldn't give up RJ Barrett. He's a dog.
Hey, there you go. Another
There you
dog.
go.
Another dog in the building. You might as well honestly do that now. Is hey man, the Jets aren't calling. It's time to call
Jets
on the New York Knicks, the other team. Say, hey man, I think
Hey,
you're a
man.
dog.
Yeah,
You're a certified dog in my eye. I
I
certified that Zach Wilson's a dog. You the next one. All right, hell yeah. Hey, it'd be worth it. It'd be worth a try.
that should actually be like your next business venture. Just be like, I certify you as the dog, and now here's your
Certify you
freaking
as a
mean
dog.
publicity. Here you could see there's a dog in you.
I mean, wouldn't be bad, even if you got a cat.
Yeah.
Hey,
What the cat doing?
that's not bad. There you go. But all right, cool. 76ers fan. I will say though, where I go to college, it'd be very hard to find any 76ers fans because they're
Yeah,
all just Celtics fans.
yeah. We all went to school in Massachusetts, and it was just peak Boston. Boston sports fans are a different breed. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they
We
are,
like to
man.
say around here that they're yinzers, like the sports fans. It's a term. Yeah, it's a term
Pittsburgh
that's
fans,
come from
yeah.
Pittsburgh, where the dedicated diehard sports fans are called yinzers over there because that's how they
I've been
speak.
watching
it's
too much urinating.
yins.
Street.
Shut up. So we, or just I guess supposedly me, we just say like the diehard Boston fans are just called Boston Yinzers, or like for me, it's just to screw around and say Bay Area Yinzer because was it when the Warriors won? I was just flipping shit no matter what because all the Boston fans just kept telling me my team sucks and that Steph Curry ain't shit. So I just said, all right. Hey, your shit talking's done. It's
Okay.
time.
Boston
Yep.
Yinzers.
There you go. See,
Yep.
he's on it too. But I mean, it's fun and all that. But I mean, Sixers though. I mean, we're fine with them. I don't have a problem with the 76ers at all. I don't think any of you guys either,
Not
unless
really.
the Knicks
Nah, not
fan.
really.
I used to
Okay, see, there you go.
really like a Sixers fan. I just like because I'm a Kansas basketball fan, and Joel
Okay.
Embiid went to college at Kansas,
Mm.
so I'm a big Joel Embiid guy. I love Joel Embiid.
Embiid's been actually really good as of lately. I think
He almost was going to be MVP. Do you think that he got snubbed?
Yeah, he got snubbed.
He got snubbed.
He got snubbed.
Yeah,
Certified.
he got snubbed.
certified snubbed.
Honestly, like Jokic had a good season, but honestly, I thought that Embiid was going to get it. He played like he carried that team throughout the whole season.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Made it further.
Like he was having like 35 and 15 like every night.
Now, let's actually look that up. Joel Embiid stats for this
Yeah,
past year.
his points per game, I think, were almost. I believe he was second in that.
33.8 minutes played, 30.6 points per game, about 49.9% field goal percentage, 37.1% 3-point percentage. Yeah, he was
getting up.
he was reaching he was getting up. He was reaching career highs. I think this is probably his best year for Joel Embiid, and he actually played more games than the past 2 years
Yeah.
which is really good. Thank goodness. I mean,
I was reading some article, like it wasn't an article, it was like some Instagram posts, like saying like Kansas has not produced any sort of quality NBA talent. Like you forgetting, and they just showed like a picture of Josh Jackson and Andrew Wiggins. First off, Andrew Wiggins was an All-Star this year, so
He's a dog. Love
he's a
Wiggins.
dog.
hey, let's go, Andrew Wiggins, certified dog. I love to hear it and see it too.
I mean, Josh Jackson. I mean, we don't know where he's at.
Yeah, who knows what he's doing? I thought he was a stud, but
But I was like, dude, you guys forgot about freaking Embiid.
I mean, Kansas will be fine. Kansas is going to be great. What didn't they just recently win?
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
won
they
the
recently just
championship.
won. Yeah, they won the championship. They'll be fine.
Reigning champions.
best day
Yeah.
of my
Best day of Spencer's life. We should have all been there for it.
until
Yep.
until
The
Kansas
streets-
joins the Big Ten.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh no.
Mm.
All right. So, any more questions in regards to that, or do you want to get to the NFL tier list? You guys think?
Yeah, let's do the NFL tier list.
Yeah, let's do some NFL tier list.
All right. Let's actually have some fun and not just talk about Zach Wilson 24/7. Even though it's fun to talk about, we just. I don't
You
know.
can only talk about so much with Zach Wilson, even though we are going to be talking. Eventually we are going to be talking about the Metropolitans.
Metropolitans. Yep.
Okay.
I can't wait for the New York Post to come out with the or the New York Daily News, whoever does all the fun covers for. Since I'm a New Yorker, so we get like fun covers with like headlines saying like the Jets have this stupid nickname, and New York sports is a whole entire different breed, just like Boston sports.
Mhm.
But here we go.
They're
We got
compatible.
the actual tier list. The Jets are towards the end, along with the Giants and Eagles. Have fun. How fun is that?
Yeah, how about we start with the Jets first, since we talk about them so much. Let's
Yeah,
have
let's get the Jets.
let's have the homie Hopper certifier and dog certifier himself,
man.
Spencer, to decide on this one. And we can also let you do the Saints as well too.
I'd usually say D, but I think they're gonna be better this year. I think they're gonna be a little bit better this year. I'll say C.
All right, there you go. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. What do you guys think with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree too.
I think the
I
Jets
mean-
got significantly better during the offseason. I mean, I think they had probably the best draft of all the
Oh,
teams
yeah.
in the NFL when they brought in guys like Sauce. Garrett Wilson was obviously a good pickup for Zach Wilson.
I do like Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's a dog.
There you go, another certified
Another
dog. And then,
dog on the Jets.
and then they trade
If
up
Zach
for
Wilson can't call it, Garrett Wilson can call it easily.
and then they trade up for
Come on.
Brees Hall and then Jermaine
Yeah,
Johnson.
Brees Hall, that trade up was actually very interesting because they already had someone like Michael Carter there, who the previous year they traded up to get as well, unless they were still got him in the second round. But
Yeah,
Brees
so
Hall is the
even
best
though
running back
Zach-
available, and he's not bad at all, Brees Hall. And there's already talks about that they're going to run the ball through him more than anything. That he's going to be a bell cow back.
Yeah, that's why
Surprisingly, with the Jets,
they're typing it up for fantasy. Right now he's got third round value, which I'm like, you're really hyping up a rookie running back like that.
well, it's better than when originally. Do you remember, Spencer? Do you remember when Le'Veon Bell was being hyped up a lot when he was
Yeah.
on the Jets?
Yeah.
I think it's different with that because Le'Veon Bell, he was coming off, was it James
He
Conner
didn't
just
play
took
a
his
year of
job?
football.
Yeah, he played like a year or two because then he went to the Buccaneers for a little bit. It's different with Le'Veon Bell. He didn't have training for some time, and he just went to the Jets and expected, oh, they're gonna give me all this workload, and I'm gonna have a great team around me. He forgot it was the Jets,
Yeah.
and there was lots of complaints, and then he just left. And people are drafting him. I'm a fantasy football nerd, so I'm into it a little bit. They're
Yeah.
drafting him in the first round versus someone like Brees Hall right now. The team actually believes in. They got him in the second round. They actually traded up to get him. He has the workload capability, which was seen in college. And I think if people get him in like the third round or just like in general, aside from fantasy, I think he'll actually do really good. Will he be a rookie of the year material? Not really. Possibly, but he's
could.
still gonna.
Hmm.
Yeah, he could, but he's gonna eat more than anything. And he's gonna do great.
Agreed.
All right, let's get to the Saints here.
Oh,
Then
yes,
we'll
the
go in order.
Saints.
I'm higher on him than most. Probably biased. Definitely biased, but everyone sees them at like, like 500, but they were like 500 last year, like, and they didn't have an offense. Slant Boy was injured. Jameis was injured. Don't even get me started on Slant Boy, man. I used to love Michael Thomas, but now I think he's kind of a bum. I still think they could sneak into the playoffs. I'll say B.
Okay.
That's actually fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's
I know.
fair.
Yeah.
If Jameis stays healthy, which I mean, the only reason why the Saints fell apart to begin with is because they were freaking putting out Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill at quarterback.
Those
Perhaps.
games are so hard to watch.
Like, let me look at their roster this year. Their depth.
And they were
chart.
bad when Jameis was on the field. Like I remember Week 1, they absolutely destroyed the Buccaneers when they were playing in freaking Jacksonville, and then they beat.
Yeah,
the
that was
Patriots.
actually surprising.
Yeah, that was a
they
big
actually
one.
did that well. So who is it? Oh, that's right. I forgot. They got Andy Dalton as their second quarterback right now, and then the third one is Ian Book. Actually, so they don't have Taysom Hill listed as a quarterback anymore. He's actually a tight end, second string tight end.
Good.
Which, if you're the Saints, you have to eat up that contract now because didn't they make it a max deal with him or max contract with
Yeah,
Taysom
they
Hill?
take a lot.
I mean, it's not a bad option. They just thought they would mold him like a Steve Young, but he was just mainly a runner more than a passer as much. He's still a good player. Tight end is quite interesting, but they'll probably just put him in there for trick plays. I'm just more worried about the Saints is with Alvin Kamara. They're
Yeah.
already people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL and some Twitter sources are already going out there and saying he's going to get suspended. We don't know how many games. We're guessing maybe about 6 or so. So how do you think the Saints will hold up without Alvin Kamara possibly not being there?
I think their running back room's a little thin, but I think they did a lot, like getting. Oh, I don't think Jarvis Landry's like anything special anymore, but better than like Marquez Callaway as your number one or something. And they get Michael Thomas back, and then they got Chris Olave. So I think they'll tread water.
I'd like to see what they do with Chris Olave more than anything, and also was it their tight end Adam Troutman? Adam
He's a
Troutman,
bum.
really?
I don't.
Well,
Oh
no.
We have a lot of teams who like that.
We wish we had. It's like we wish we had Jimmy Graham back as our tight end, right?
I was really upset when they traded him for a center too, and I was like 14. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, man. We all lived through that. I had to deal with my Niners trading away. Was it DeForest Buckner letting him go? And now look, he's a beast on the
Yeah,
Colts.
he is.
But Adam Troutman, he's actually pretty good the games he played a little bit with Jameis Winston. It's just he keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And then Chris Olave, did they draft him in the first round or second round?
They drafted in the first round.
Yeah, the first round. So they're already putting a lot of pressure on him too. And he has to produce. I mean, Michael Thomas, you're going to have to wait, how many more weeks you would say? Like 3 or so?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what to expect from him. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he didn't play at all.
It's just like Michael
All right,
Thomas
Chris
is back.
Olave, that could be the second coming of Marcus Colston.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than Michael Thomas. But I mean, Saints. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the Saints do well this season, and we're rooting for them, especially to beat the Buccaneers. Please do that for us. Please
Appreciate it.
beat the Bucks.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
get to the actual list here.
Yeah, let's start off with Arizona, the Arizona Cardinals.
Hmm.
I probably put them in the same tier, maybe slightly above New Orleans in terms of where they're going to be, how they can be successful. Here's what happens. Here's the I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Cardinals to do well this season
Mhm.
because if they have like a repeat of last season where they just start off really being the best team in the NFL, I think that they're the last team to go undefeated first band, and then they just kind of fizzled out, and then they lost in the wild card round. If they have a repeat of that, I think you're looking at freaking Cliff Kingsbury being fired. You could see, there's already rumblings of Kyler Murray being out. That team could fall apart. So if they get a playoff win, that'll be good for them. But I think I'd probably put them in B tier.
Me too.
I don't know. What do you think, Spencer?
Agreed. I think they're a little bit better than the Saints.
Yeah. It's just how are they going to do without DeAndre Hopkins for that little bit of time? And because who's their number one wide receiver now?
They don't have Christian Kirk anymore.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, Christian Kirk got the bag and went to Jacksonville, which I'm honestly surprised Jacksonville would do that, but now I'm starting to think that's a Jacksonville move to do. Is just get, the most random wide receiver you can. And though shout out to Christian Kirk for getting the bag, but Jacksonville, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You trade for Marquez Brown, and then you have Rondale Moore.
Yeah, there we go, Marquez Brown. So,
Butterfingers.
Yeah.
he did not bad last year, surprisingly. That was like the peak year so far of his career was last year, actually, when Lamar was actually throwing it more. So I'd like to see how he develops more than anything. And the running game is just going to be James Conner, I think. But even still, they don't run it that much as they used to when they had David Johnson. But that was before Cliff Kingsbury, and they traded him for DeAndre Hopkins in
The greatest
one of the
trade.
the greatest steals of all time. And then defensive wise,
You
they're
lost
pretty
Chandler
solid.
Jones.
yeah, they lost Chandler Jones, and they still have Isaiah Simmons there, who's been okay. He still hasn't panned out, but we'll have to see. And JJ Watt's still there, surprisingly. But I think it's just a team that's going to be defensive oriented, and they just need to get a hold of the run more than anything because passing game is going to be a bit iffy. So I think, yeah, B probably and above the Saints by a little bit.
Okay, next one on the list, Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, geez. D tier.
Really?
Yep.
What does everyone else think on this one?
D.
D.
Did I put them in C?
No.
I think no, the Falcons, based on how they look right now, everything looks bad with them. But at least with their offense wise, and their offensive wise, they're still okay.
They have
Quarterback
Marcus
pick-
Mariota at quarterback.
Marcus Mariota, when
That
he
is-
was on
that's
the
true.
Raiders, was not bad at all. The limited games that he played, he put up good stats still. It's just he's mainly more of a runner, similar
to
to like
throw out
Taysom
Desmond
Hill,
Ridder.
than much more of a passer. In terms of their run game, it's Cordell Patterson, but they're going to probably divvy it up to different people, which is the only situation. Their passing attack is now Drake London and Kyle Pitts, which for a team that's starting to come up on the up and up, that's really good actually. Drake London was a steal, or where they got him was
Drake
really
London
good.
was. First off, Drake London's the only wide receiver that you can even name in the Atlanta Falcons right now. They lost. Julio Jones is gone. Calvin Ridley
got
Really
suspended
doing
for
you
one
know
of the
what.
dumbest. I don't know why the NFL does that. I do not know why they do that.
You're gonna start running Kyle Pitts at wide receiver. So
They have they traded for Brian Edwards, Olamide Zacchaeus, Auden Tate. The team is okay. I would put them in C, but if you guys want to put them in D as well, that's fine.
But I
They're
think
they're teetering in between. I would just more confident in them a little bit that they could possibly. They're not going to reach 500, but they can ruin the hopes of some teams easily.
okay. I think we'll put them in D though for right now because I don't think that they're going to be running the NFC South. They probably, if they're lucky,
Oh,
they
no.
might get third place, but if not, I'm assuming fourth.
you're gonna be fighting with the Panthers. to get
Yeah,
a
them
top.
and the Panthers.
I think they'll be ahead of the Panthers easily.
Next one on our list is Baltimore, the Ravens.
I give them an A.
Give them an A. What is everyone else?
Agreed. A.
A.
Yeah, I think with the not the Panthers. Jeez,
Ravens.
the Ravens, freaking Baltimore. the problem with Baltimore, if they were healthy, they probably could have won the division. They
Mhm.
would win. But you lose Lamar Jackson, you lose a lot of your freaking receivers, and even right now, I don't think Baltimore has like reliable wide receiver. But other than that, I mean, I think you kind of replenish your roster with guys like you drafted Kyle Hamilton, you drafted Tyler Linderbaum, both great draft picks, and then you bring in guys like Marcus Williams at a good value. That secondary is going to be pretty much reassured with Marlon Humphreys back there. And I mean, Baltimore has always been a well-run team, and they always seem to be, it's always kind of like a dogfight between them and the rest of the NFC North, especially with the Steelers. But I mean, they're young. They still got a lot of great pieces on that team, so I don't see why Baltimore cannot make the playoffs unless the whole entire team gets injured again.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think, Spencer?
I was pretty sad that Saints let Marcus Williams leave, but I think he's really good. I think Baltimore can win the division. I love Lamar. I think they're really good.
There you go. What about you, DJ Ace, man?
Yeah, honestly, same thing. I think injuries last year really played a major role. I did think Huntley, though, he played pretty well as a QB. He showed up when it was his time, but in the end, they are in a tough division. Bengals last year really put on a show. You had the Browns, who were not playing that well, but also the Steelers, I mean, making the playoffs as well. So that's a tough division. That's a tough 6 games right there. But I think Baltimore this year, if everyone's healthy, I think that they should run the division and maybe even make a long playoff run. So that's my take on Baltimore.
Baltimore-wise, as you stated before, I think they were the most injured team that I'd seen out of any team last year, and it was really bad. It was bad. In terms of could they have won the division still? If healthy, possibly, but at the same time, the Bengals were just having some miraculous, just amazing talent. I don't want to say they were lucky. They were just playing well. That's a better way to put it for all the Bengals fans out there. But in terms of can they win it this coming year, I'll still say the Bengals over the Ravens. I'll still say the Bengals over the Ravens, surprisingly. I just think the Bengals offense, it can be utilized in more different ways, and it's less predictable than the Ravens offense easily. And the Ravens have just lost some key pieces. They just lost Marquise Brown. Who are they going to throw it to? I mean, they have Rashad Bateman, but still, Bateman hasn't panned out for them at all. And then the run game is just all over the place. Someone goes down in that running attack, it's just Lamar. That is the running attack, though. It's just Lamar. So it's easy to pinpoint the Ravens offense more than anything because it's just Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson.
Next on our
So, yeah,
list is Buffalo. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I said, so yeah, A tier for the Ravens.
All right, next one, we have the Buffalo Bills. They lost a heartbreak last year on a coin toss. Do you think they're going to bounce back this year?
They should.
Spencer?
I think they're an S, man. That loss was pretty heartbreaking. I felt bad for them, especially hating the Chiefs. No, I think they're really good, and I think they got Von Miller too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Von Miller.
They signed Von Miller.
For like 4 to 5 years, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they're clearly just going for it now. They just want Von Miller for now. I don't care what the cost is. The Buffalo Bills are just trying to go for a Super Bowl at this point, and rightfully so. I mean, if you look at that team, they kind of showed up their secondary. If Tre'Davious White was healthy, and we'll see how Kyrie Elam does. I mean, you're looking at a team that's still good. They haven't really lost any sort of pieces this year. Josh Allen is still probably top 3 quarterback in the league still. I mean, the only problem is they lost Brian Daboll, who was their offensive coordinator. He's now the coach of the Giants. But still, I mean, what works with Allen. You still have a great coaching staff there. You got great receivers. I mean, you still kind of need a running back, but running the offense through freaking Josh Allen. So, and they clearly contended last year. They were one of the best teams last year, and I don't expect them to. I think they're going to be even better now.
DJ,
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. I think that their offense and defense were up to par. I think they were in the best in the league in both for a little bit. And honestly, I mean, they were just running the AFC for quite a while too. And I think it's sad to see how they lost to the Chiefs, but I think that this is going to bring more fuel to them. Josh Allen played extremely well last year, one of his best years. He's definitely a top 3 QB, and he's a great offensive line, and they have a great defensive line too. And I think that this year they're going to continue with that. FKP, what are your thoughts?
AFC East champs. They're probably going to take it over again, and that's kind of enough said. They have a great defense, which is, I think, the pinnacle of their entire team is their defense, which for many years it was horrendous, but now it's become the backbone of that entire team. And yeah, they've just gotten really good over time. The only thing they need to work on still is the run game, but even still, they can still make the AFC Championship and not have a consistent running game, and they'll still do fine. So yeah, S tier easily.
All right, next one on our list is the Carolina Panthers.
Spencer, you do the honors. Where do you want to put them?
I'll put him in C.
Oh, geez. I was
Whoa!
thinking the D tier.
Wow, I'm surprised by
thinking-
that.
E maybe, but I think they're better than the Falcons. I'll go with C.
All right, what's your case for this then? Let's hear
We got Baker Mayfield now. That's all that matters.
it.
I think their defense is okay. I think Baker Mayfield's better than Sam Darnold. I think they can squeak out like 6 or 7 wins.
All the Jets fan base just left now after you said that. I don't even know if they care about Sam Darnold either.
No, they don't.
The
No.
man who sees ghosts.
You go from a Darnold from freaking getting mono from kissing to Zach Wilson doing his mom's best friend.
I don't know. At least not Zach Wilson. At least Sam Darnold beat the Cowboys, which is like
Yeah, that's true.
the positive, and we had memes for an entire week of that. So I love that. All right.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are going to be. They're not going to be a playoff team, obviously, but hopefully you can probably take a step in the right direction. I mean, you're hoping Christian McCaffrey gets healthy. You're hoping your offensive line does better. I mean, you drafted Ikem Ekwonu. All you're really just hoping for. I mean, I think Matt Rule is probably going to get fired this year, but I mean, it depends on what the direction the team's going to go in. At least they could probably beat the Falcons, and maybe I don't know. They're probably playing some bottom feeders within the NFL. So I think C. I think
DJs,
low into C probably
Yep,
probably their limit.
I say D. I
Okay.
honestly think that the Falcons are a much better team than the Panthers. The Falcons
High
at
sign.
least. No, the Falcons at least look like they have a promising hope right now, like a promising future. The Panthers are kind of in the hangover stage right now. We signed Matt Rule to this massive contract and we thought we'd do something with it, and nothing's come of it at all. And at the same time, they're still riding the tailcoats of Christian McCaffrey, who, Stanford alum, love him, but he's now injury prone, sadly, and they need to do something about it soon because they don't want him to get injured. We don't want to see any player get injured, but that's just now the fear you have to bring into it with him. And they run the offense around him more than anything. If he's not out there, the team's disorganized. And even when he's out there, they still can't win. And at the same time, wide receiver core could still use some fixing up. They got like someone like Terrence Marshall, or who was the guy they drafted?
Terrence Marshall.
Terrence Marshall. He hasn't really done much for them. They don't have a tight end ever since Greg Olsen left. Even when he was there for like that little bit nearing the end, he wasn't doing much. They don't have a tight end. Their O-line is one of the worst in the NFL. And the defense is just disoriented majority of the time. They would do some of the weirdest things I've ever seen imaginable that I thought could only be seen in high school. And they somehow did it.
They're running a high school defense.
And at least the reason why I say the Falcons over the Panthers is at least the Falcons had a comparable defense that was actually decent and well tuned a little bit near the end. Versus the Panthers, they just went to full tank mode and they blew it up. So I mean that's just my case for swapping the two, but I see we have majority rule.
Yeah, it's all about democracy here.
All right, next on our list is Chicago, the Chicago Bears.
I think we're gonna put them in D for Dub Bears. I think at the end of the day, I think I think the Bears are going to fail Justin Fields because they have done absolutely. I mean, they recently traded for N'Keal Harry, but what's that going to do for you? Traded a 7th-round pick for him.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have an offensive line. They don't have. I mean, the only receiver they have is Darnell Mooney. I mean, you got some running backs, but at the same time, you just. I'm not sure really if they have like a game plan for actually developing Justin Fields, and that team is just in a total rebuild right now. So I'm probably in D tier.
Spencer?
Yeah, I'll put him in D tier. I really like Justin Fields, but that's about it. Roquan Smith, but everything else is trash.
DJs, man.
Yeah, definitely D tier. I don't think that they made a lot of moves. That N'Keal Harry move today honestly was a little like confusing because N'Keal Henry really underperformed with the Patriots. And yeah, they haven't really made a whole lot of moves that is going to elevate this offense. So I'll say D tier.
Yeah, I'll say D as well. I mean, the only thing that's keeping them alive is defense somewhat, but even still, that defense is on the decline. And the offense is just... Yeah, it's not looking so good right now for Justin Fields. I'm kind of starting to think that it will have been... Nah, I was almost going to say that it would have been better if Justin Fields went to the Patriots, but I think it would have lasted longer possibly, but it wouldn't have been good for the Patriots.
Hey, the Patriots got the perfect quarterback for them, all right?
Yeah, I know. I kept telling them. Okay, we'll get to them in a bit.
All right.
Before we do that, let's get to a bunch of other teams, including the Cincinnati Bengals, your defending AFC champions.
I'm going to say A tier. I don't think that they're in the same tier as the Bills, just because I think that the Bills are just elite. I think that going to his 3rd season now, I think Joe Burrow is going to still perform really well. I think that they're going to have a lot of clashes, though, with the Ravens. Honestly, right now, I think it's a toss-up, though, who's going to run the AFC North between the Ravens, if they're healthy, and the Bengals. So, for me, I'm going to say A tier.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with that. I mean, to be fair, Cincinnati has gotten better this offseason. When they did a complete overhaul of their offensive line, they brought in Alex Kappa. They brought in what's his name, Lionel Collins from Dallas. You brought in Ted Karras from New England. I mean, those are some good moves. I mean, obviously that was the main weakness of the Bengals. They did add some pieces in their secondary, including Daxton Hill, who I thought was pretty good coming out of Michigan. But will it be enough to surpass teams like Buffalo, or even like a team like the Ravens win their division? I don't even know. I mean, they're going to have to catch lightning in the ball twice in order to make a repeat. Could they make a repeat in the Super Bowl? Absolutely, they can. But I think I'm in agreement from an A tier.
Spencer?
Yeah, I think they're in the A tier. Glad they got their offensive line shored up, I don't know if they got rid of Eli Apple or not, but they need to.
No.
Other than that, though, I think their defense is pretty good, too.
We dissing Eli Apple in here now?
He's not a dog.
He's a
He's not
He's not a dog.
He's not a dog. Oh, no. I'm fine with putting him A tier. I will have actually put him in S tier a bit more because I think based on how they've been able to retain majority of that team, which is very hard for most teams to do, except for the Buccaneers of last year. They can. Do I think they make the Super Bowl? No, I think they make the AFC Championship as the peak, but that team still looks like a formidable force. And based on how the chemistry is starting to build around the entire team, including the defense, surprisingly, which is always just the Achilles heel of them, they look good. They look really good. And I have to take back what I said about the whole Jamar Chase draft pick being bad. It actually turned out to be really good. So yeah, no.
They should have drafted Penei Sewell. How you gonna throw to your receiver if your offensive line spot is not gonna be in order?
Penei Sewell's not bad either with the Lions, but we'll get to the Lions in a bit.
Yeah, first we gotta get to our division rival here.
Cleveland
Brownies. This is going to be a big if, depending on how many games Deshaun Watson gets suspended.
No, he's getting suspended the entire season.
Oh, geez. If they're in that case, I think we're going to throw them in like seeded D. Right now, they have Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback.
Wow.
D.
You say D tier?
Yep, I think. Welcome back to misery, Cleveland.
We want nothing but sadness for the Browns.
Yeah, I think it's
Or
not going to be a
accurate
great year. I don't know why I'm saying C tier because I still think that they have some good pieces, but they don't really have a QB at the helm. That if they don't have a stable QB, they're going to have a lot of chemistry issues. So I'll probably say C tier.
All right, Spencer, what's your verdict on this?
If Deshaun Watson was gonna play, I'd say B, but I think they're in the C tier. Got Amari Cooper. I don't really like Amari Cooper, but what they have.
Former Dallas Cowboy.
Former
Oh, geez, they're next. But first, yeah, they
Hmm.
can see here.
former Oakland Raider, former Dallas Cowboy, and now a Cleveland Brown.
All righty.
Yeah, I'd put him in D, but yeah, I'm fine with C.
Speaking of America's team, we have the Cowboys up next.
No, don't call them that.
D tier.
B.
No, I'm gonna be a little bit more
D.
charitable.
Nah.
No.
No, we'll be truthful here.
Probably B tier.
I'd
B
put him in
tier?
A.
I'd put them in A tier. I think that they're going to have a good year.
I'm being honest too. Not biased. I don't know. What do you think, Spencer?
I think they're B.
I like the response better.
I think they're kind of mid.
Yeah, a lot's got to hinge on the Cowboys.
Yes.
Obviously you got the.
I love hearing that they are mid. They didn't
mid.
get up.
The
They did not
Cowboys
get
are
up.
the most overrated franchise in the 21st century. They only
Yeah,
have 3 playoff wins ever since ever since Troy Aikman retired.
Hmm.
I still wonder why. It's just because Mike McCarthy's there. It's Mike McCarthy, man. And
Yeah,
also Jerry Jones just doing whatever he wants at times too.
yeah, he's
I mean,
overpaying
this was
for
the
guys.
man that almost decided, hey, let's draft Johnny Manziel as our next quarterback. Luckily, they did not draft Johnny Manziel. We all know how that turned out. It
Yeah,
was
Zach
not
Martin.
good. But this is the same team that decided against my 49ers to run it up the middle through a QB sneak at the last 10 seconds. And they knew that wasn't going to work. And for some reason, forgot to kneel the ball. I don't know how you messed that up. I think even a team like the Falcons and the Bears would know how to do that, but for some reason the Cowboys figured a way out. And yeah, they will forever keep going to the playoffs right now and keep losing in the first round or the second round.
We got the ads.
There you go.
More space.
We
Yeah,
have
where's
the
his
ads
ad?
here.
Your mortgage
We're not
rates
getting-
to help house.
We don't get
Where
any
is it?
revenue from those ads though.
I
mean,
Slightly larger.
So
my bad.
Spencer,
My bad.
that's all good. So Spencer, your final verdict is a B.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
there you go. While we get our ads in.
Yep.
And we don't
Ads
get
in,
into-
ads out.
We just do this for fun though. I'm just screwing around. All right, let's get to the newly revamped Denver Broncos. What are we thinking for the Broncos now?
I mean, with Wilson having an amazing year last year, I would say high, but again, they're in a tough division. They're going to have to play the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders, who are all could be playoff contenders. I mean, with the Chiefs and the Raiders, they're always on the verge of a wild card. So that right there, with how difficult that division is, I don't know. I think that they're probably going to be between B and C. I think they're going to be a middle of the pack team this year.
All right. Don?
Yeah, I think one thing to keep in mind here is the AFC West is going to be pretty loaded now because everyone
Right.
got better. Not only did the Broncos get better, well, the Chiefs got worse, but
It's the Chiefs.
we're not gonna get to the Chiefs here just yet. We're gonna
yeah.
leave that to my man Spencer here.
Yeah.
In terms
Appreciate
of
it.
where I think the Broncos will do, I think they're probably going to be the upper end of the AFC West, probably a playoff team. So I probably put them up there in A.
A?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's surprising.
Wow.
I think they got pretty much everything they need, and all they just really needed was a quarterback away from actually competing, and you get that quarterback in Russell Wilson now.
Yeah, I would say in terms of the quarterback situation, they finally got a quarterback. Their wide receiver department's decent now because they have Russell Wilson there to throw to them. I mean, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy needs to prove himself more than anything, though. It's been about 2 years and he hasn't done much. Then again, of course, he's been injured, but his quarterback play wasn't really good with Drew Lock, who we have a nickname for, but I will not state it. I mean, this is the time to show up for
It's time
them.
to get
And their
up.
defense, yeah, it's time to get up for them. And their defense is what carried them a lot. And even the running game has been really good. So I think I'd be fine with A tier for them.
Okay.
What do you think,
Spe-
Spence?
Yeah, I'm fine with either A or B. I think their defense is really, really stacked. Now they have Russell Wilson, so
All right, there we go. Now we're on to the another
Detroit
factory
Lions.
of sadness.
I love Detroit. Send them to
Right.
Detroit.
Right when the cat comes in.
What the cat doing?
Yeah.
Cat
All right.
stand up.
Let's have the cat determine.
Oh, jeez.
he puts him in C. He
Puts them in C.
Oh,
I think we're all in agreement on that.
I think C is. I think that's where Detroit's going to be.
I love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell is a beast. Let's just all admit that Dan Campbell is a beast coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Dan Campbell.
Detroit. I mean, they have Jared Goff at quarterback, but they are moving the right direction. They got freaking Aiden Hutchinson, who the Jaguars should have drafted, but they didn't because he didn't get up. You
Hmm.
got Jamison Williams. You already got like Amahara St. Brown, who had a terrific rookie season. You got a good offensive line. I mean, I'm gonna say. I mean, you could say what you want. You could say, "Oh, they should have drafted Malik Willis." No, I think Detroit's heading in the right direction. They could certainly beat teams like they can even beat the Packers for all I know.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh no.
That's a good segue,
Detroit's a-
though.
People are sleeping on Detroit. I'm telling you, but they're still the Lions, so we got to put them in C tier.
There you go. Well, no, it's
Hmm.
not that they're the Lions. They're Detroit.
Hmm.
It's
There you go. Now, since we're all in agreement with that, unless Spencer, you have any objections or
Nope, C is good for me.
See?
all right, now let's go to the Green Bay Packers. So
They
where
lost
are we putting
Adams
the
this
Packers?
year,
Yeah.
so that's a little bit of a downgrade. But again, Rodgers is back.
They didn't
For
piss
me,
him off enough.
I
Luckily.
think B tier, just because they do face some weaker opponents in the division. But I would say B tier, but I think they're a low B tier.
oh geez, are they going to choke in the playoffs again?
Yeah, they're definitely going to choke this year.
Oh,
I
who are
mean,
gonna
they didn't
choke to
really-
next?
They didn't really do a good job of replacing. I mean, they did draft Christian Watson within the first round, not the first round, the second round, which was good value for them. But I mean, other than that,
They're gonna
I think
choke
you're-
against the Saints.
I think, yeah, I think they're better than the Saints. I think they're better than the Cardinals. I think they're better than the Packers. I think you probably put them up there in A tier, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd put him in A tier as well. I think.
tier.
Well, what do you think, Spencer? Before I go on my ramble.
I'd probably put him in B tier. I don't know. I think Adams obviously is really good. Their defense is okay. How many years do I have to watch them choke in the playoffs before I realize that
Our
they're
cat her tradition.
When was the last time they won? Let me actually look that up. It's like 2010 or
2011.
something like that.
2011.
Wow.
2011.
How do you
2011.
have two franchise all-time quarterbacks within the span of how many years is it since the 90s, and you only win 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah, that's an issue right there. I'd be fine with A or B. I think I'm more leaning towards kind of a lower A though, compared to a B, because they were able to retain Aaron Rodgers more than anything, and just having Aaron Rodgers on your team is going to have lots of influence of players wanting to stay or not. The run game is still pretty good. I mean, Aaron Jones, he's similar to Christian McCaffrey a little bit of he gets injured quite a bit, but AJ Dillon's a great backup for them compared to the Panthers, who their backup was not very good. And their passing game, I mean, they just have to work on that over time. And of course, we all, every team comes to that little rough patch in their existence. But I think Aaron Rodgers is still going to be able to sling the ball fine to someone like Robert Tonyan maybe instead. Alan Lazard's not bad. And overall, I think the team will still be fine. Will they win it all? Super Bowl, no. I think the division, probably.
Okay. I'll probably put them, now that you say that, I'll put them in the low A tier. So back here.
Yeah, they're like a low A tier.
Low A. I would say A,
Yeah.
B.
Yeah,
All right, the Houston Texans. All right, we know where to put them.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I'd put them in D.
yeah. Even though I love General Mills.
Yeah, Davis Mills was actually really good. He's
If
actually
Davis
really
Mills
good.
turns to the next Tom Brady, maybe you can put him in C tier. But Stanford quarterback.
Mm.
Yes, they're all good.
Other than that, I'm not sure what the Texans are doing.
I mean,
You hired Lovie
Nothing.
Smith as your head coach. What are you doing?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you boys think? Texans analysis right now. Are they doing some of the most insane shit known to mankind right now, and it'll
You almost
somehow
hired Josh
translate?
McDown as your head coach.
Yeah, there you go. And it'll somehow translate into wins later on, or no?
Not now.
They don't know what they're doing.
Probably not. No.
See, Spencer agrees. So it's like no.
D tier.
D.
There you go.
We're throwing them in the dumpster fire.
I don't know
Here,
what they're doing hiring Lovey Smith.
here, Spencer. You want to announce some of the next ones up?
The Colts got Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor. I'd probably put him in the B. I think they could
Yeah.
win. They could probably definitely win the AFC South.
I mean, if the Colts didn't crap the bed
Mm.
Against the
during the last week of
Jaguars.
the season, they would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah.
Would you say that Matt Ryan's an upgrade over Carson Wentz? Probably.
Yeah.
This is going to be the revolving door of the Colts. They're just going to bring, ever since Andrew Luck retired, they're just going to keep bringing in some sort of like veteran or like outcasted quarterback into the team until they get someone right. This is always going to be the trend for the Colts.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Chargers already made fun of that in their their schedule ad, where they had like I think it was like all anime themed, which I loved, and they just had Pat McAfee's just like a revolving carousel of all the quarterbacks for the Colts, and it's like, yeah, that sounds about right now.
Yeah, honestly, after the Duval County clown show last year, after losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they're going to be hungrier than ever. And I think it's a big upgrade to have Matt Ryan as QB. And also with Taylor having an amazing season last year at running back, I will say I think the Colts are a high B tier.
yeah,
That's fine. I think high B tier. I'll put them ahead of the Cardinals too. Yeah, I think putting them ahead of the Cardinals a little bit is fine. And now we go to Jacksonville.
Duval
County.
I think they upgraded over the offseason. You can't get much worse than what they did during last season, where as we said, you backed on Urban Meyer to be your savior. You bought into the lie that was, oh, we need the NFL game is turning more into college. We need to get the best college coach we can get. I know who we can hire. We can hire Urban Meyer. Let's hire Urban Meyer. Even though I think the last time a college coach panned out in the NFL was Jimmy Johnson. But,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Ugh.
Urban Meyer's, and that turned into a complete fiasco to the point where you're kicking your own kicker, literally. You're bringing in Tim Tebow as your tight end. You're doing you know what in back in your glory days at Ohio State. I mean, now they got Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl for him, and I think they made some moves on the offensive line. They got Brandon Scherf from the Commanders, good upgrade for them, and then they drafted Trayvon Walker with the first pick. I mean, that's it's a Jaguars move right there, but they got better. But I probably wouldn't put them as high as I probably wouldn't go as higher than a B tier. I'll probably put them in the same range as the rest of the C tier teams.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to put the Jaguars in B tier. I was like, wow, that's like the equivalent of putting them in A tier.
Unless
right
Trevor
there.
Lawrence turns into as advertised when it's coming out of Clemson. I think they're still going to be rebuilding, so C tier.
C.
I think D. Spence?
D.
I think C. I think they got a little bit better. I think they botched the number 1 pick, but they got a little bit better. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to do a lot better. Urban Meyer's gone. I'd put him in C.
What was the live reaction when you saw that of Jacksonville's first pick?
It was honestly,
I thought that that's what they were going to do. Like, it wasn't shocked because all those reports came out that they were going to do it. And I don't think Jacksonville's the type of team to like fake reports and stuff. So
I don't
I
think they have the
I
capability.
watched like Georgia play a lot, and he didn't. I never remember ever hearing his name or anything. Like I don't know why he was the number one pick, but obviously
What
he's a
about
freak. But
what about when Olave got picked? What was your reaction to that? For the Saints' perspective.
I really liked it. I wanted Garrett Wilson really bad, but I really like Chris Olave too.
Yeah, there you go. Say, Garrett Wilson, I wanted you on my Saints. Can you please shout me out? Can you please tell Zach Wilson to
You're
hit me up,
certified
maybe?
dog now.
Yeah, I want you on the Saints. Tell him to get you over here to New Orleans. All right, you want to get to the next one now? We're gonna get to one of the most hated teams in the NFL.
Yeah. Kansas City.
Automatic D tier.
What are you saying?
Automatic D tier.
D tier?
No,
There-
I'm not.
Nah, absolutely not. They didn't
Yes.
downgrade that much since
If
Tyreek
Jackson
left.
Mahomes was their quarterback, then I would say I'll give him an F minus.
Jackson Mahomes. All
I think-
right.
I'm pretty sure they're a solid A tier still.
Yeah,
Again, I think the West got a lot harder, but that's just my thoughts. I think that they're still an A tier. You have Travis Kelce still there. Patrick Mahomes is still QB. Defense is still pretty good. So I would say, they're an offensive machine either way. So I would say A tier.
Yep, A tier. Spence.
I'd probably still keep him in the A tier. I think they're better than the Broncos and the Packers still, even though they lost some pieces.
We're gonna put them in right there. All right.
Middle of A tier.
but
Now, we always give them so much false hope, and they just shatter our
they
dreams every
refuse to
single
call them
time.
Los Angeles.
San Diego, how about that?
Okay, San Diego.
I love
San
it.
Diego. Yeah, the Chargers. I'm about to say something very controversial.
Oh, jeez, say it.
S tier.
If Justin Herbert takes off and they start clicking, then yes.
No, what do you think, Spence?
Well, that's a big what if.
I put him in S tier too. Honestly, I love Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Fantasy league.
You got him in fantasy last year?
Yeah, Justin Herbert slings it, and they got
Hell yeah.
Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. I think they're in
Yeah.
S tier.
They're the number one team, I would say, aside from maybe the Broncos, in the AFC West that upgraded a lot. They got Khalil Mack for kind of almost nothing too. So that defense just got scarier too. And even with J.C. Jackson, and the offense is still fine. There's no problems with it. They even got a good backup running back for Austin Eckler if he goes down, and Isaiah Spiller. So, I would say based on how they're going on the up and up, the only thing that can beat the Chargers is the Chargers because they do that every year. But we're going to go on the false narrative right now or false hope of S tier for the Chargers. And if they can make the Super Bowl and finally win it, good for them. As long as it's not against the 49ers. Because we will whoop your butt again. Like that one year we won 51-10. I forget which year.
You
that
weren't even
was.
alive back then.
Yeah, I know. I just
All right,
remember it.
screw it. Put
But-
him in S tier.
S
Let's put
tier.
them in S tier, but I think the Bills are just better. So we'll keep it as is.
Yeah, that's fine. All
All
right.
right. Defending champions, Rams.
No, they're gonna go in S tier, obviously.
I think it's an automatic S tier for them.
Yeah, automatic
Yeah.
S tier.
Spence?
S tier.
Yeah, we have to
Love
put him in
Jalen
S tier. Jalen Ramsey.
He's that
Yeah,
dog.
He's got that.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. Hit up my boy Spencer right now. He called you a certified dog. You have the pass now. There you go, Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, you
So-
don't even need to say much.
There you go.
Defending
Just-
Super Bowl champions.
Just clip that right there. Just Spencer saying he's a dog. He's like, all right, send it to Jalen Ramsey right there immediately.
Spencer's
Hey, it
gonna
could
come out
work,
with
man.
all-time dog
It could
list.
work.
It could. Might
Garrett
as well try.
Wilson too. All right, we are now on to the.
Oakland.
Yeah, I like that better. Raiders.
Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, because we're
Oakland
getting gutted
Raiders.
out of everything.
They even
Damn,
changed it.
Oakland is really the city of L's right now. But anyways, where are we gonna put the Raiders? They made the playoffs last year.
They barely made the playoffs last year.
I mean, you upgraded though. You have Adams now. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but now you got
Line's
Josh
still not there.
McDaniels as your head coach.
yeah,
which
Josh
may-
McDaniels too, under the Belichick branch. So
I feel like that's gonna screw them.
you think? I think that McDaniels is an offensive mind, man. He's a genius.
He's been a coach before in the NFL and it didn't translate very well. When was it? Don, if you mind looking that up for me real quick.
Was it?
Who Josh McDaniels was a coach of?
Yeah, he was the coach of one team and he just did not translate
Broncos.
well. Yeah, I don't think it went very well for them. But I mean, with the Raiders, I'll admit this. I guess it's not really admitting it, considering I live in California. I have lots of Raiders fans, and they're on the bandwagon of they're going to the not Super Bowl. They're just going to do really well and be number one. I don't think so. I think they would probably sneak their way into the playoffs more than anything. But they upgraded their offense greatly. The defense is still staticky a little bit. There's some glimmer of hope in there, but still, they still need to improve their O-line and their defense. So I'd put them in B tier,
B.
Yeah, B.
of course, above.
B.
Yeah, I love how we put the. Yeah, you know, what, let's keep it like that. No. Put the Raiders above the Cowboys. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. We can't put anyone near. I'm starting to think we might have to put the Jets in front of the Cowboys now.
Oh, gee.
Oh man.
Now
Well,
we're on to
Miami.
Miami
Yeah, let's
itself.
head to Miami.
A
What do you
tier.
think? You think? Would you say A tier?
Is
Yeah.
a Mike McDaniel stand? Don't listen to him.
Nah, absolutely not. Although they have been very streaky, I've noticed. So they were above 500 2 seasons ago. Last year, they went on that big streak right in the middle of the season. So they are capable of playing really well. It's just a matter of what they were playing like before. Now there's that whole controversy surrounding former head coach Brian Flores and upper
We
management.
don't care about that.
But if that does come out and they are screwing games, we didn't really get a clear picture of who the Miami Dolphins actually are. But they do play the Patriots, who I think they're on the same level as them, and again the Bills too, much better team. I think that the Dolphins probably. I think B tier is really jumping out to me. I think that those teams are all on the same level as the Dolphins.
What do
yeah.
you think, Spence?
I think B tier. I think the only thing really holding him back is Tua. He's a bum. He does not have that dog.
He's not bad.
Hell no. I'd
My-
say
my
put
only
him
one
in.
question- I mean,
I'd put
think
him
we're
ahead
good.
of like the. Yeah, I'd put him in upper B tier to lower A tier. That's just me though.
here's the thing with the Dolphins, though. You can say Tua's got two of the fastest wide receivers out there. I mean, the thing with Tua, and I think they're not giving him a fair shake here, is, I mean, you're bringing in a new head coach who's installing a West Coast offense, which usually takes a little bit of time for quarterbacks to understand. So, if you're giving him 1 year to learn this entire West Coast scheme, are you really giving him a chance to succeed?
Yeah, I think you gotta give him time. But I mean, Mike McDaniels, he should be okay, hopefully. Of course, Niners bias, but at the same time, the kind of moves they've been making have been the moves that are very positive on the up and up for the Dolphins. Overall, the defense has improved. The offense is a little bit shaky in terms of running game wise. Still needs to improve, but overall, I think they're on the up and up. So I'm fine with putting them in upper B tier and lower A tier. Maybe the cat agrees too.
Like what the cat doing?
No,
Yeah.
Keep him in the B tier.
Keep him the
All right.
B. All right, next we go up north to Minnesota.
Should have had the Yinzer on for this one. The
I know,
actual
right?
Yinzer.
We should have got the actual. We have a
Vikings correspondent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
like-
actually have a guy from Pittsburgh who's actually a Vikings fan for some reason. Spencer.
He loves Trent Tarkenton.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
You like Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
He
no.
liked that. You like that. I probably give. I think they're at the bottom end of the B tier.
Bottom end of the B.
At best.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I agree with that too.
I see. Yeah, I see bottom B as well.
Agreed.
I don't think they're in this tier list, but I will say they're probably up here, like lower B. All right. Next one on the list is the New England Patriots.
I'm gonna let you take over this one.
All right. I think that watching the Patriots play this year or last season, I thought that they did a lot better. Their defense was really well struck together. I thought Mac Jones for his rookie year performed extremely well. I think he exceeded expectations of some Pats fans. He really played well with the system that Belichick has in place. And I mean, making it to the wild card and losing to the Bills pretty awfully, I think that still is something that shows that the Patriots can still make the playoffs. And that was something that after 2020, a lot of people were expecting maybe they were going to have a drought. So I think that they have their QB, system QB. I'm going to probably say B tier. I'll probably say mid B tier. I think that they're maybe along the same lines as the Dolphins. So I'm going to say B tier, maybe making the playoffs. They will probably be a wild card if they do make the playoffs.
Agree on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
Wow,
Put
that
in
was
the-
unanimous. That was unanimous. I was waiting to hear the whole. They are A tier. They're lower to just mid A tier. They're going to the playoffs. I was gonna be like, oh no,
Nah,
here we go
I
again.
agree.
I mean, as a Pats fan, like, I think that their time maybe has gone by, but they still are a contender. I just think that their peak will probably be the divisional round. That's just my opinion.
You're one of the rare Pats fans out there.
I'm just a realist at the end of the day when it comes to
There
that.
you go. That's
He's
what I
a
like.
realist.
know.
He's not. He doesn't have false hope.
No
Nah.
false hope in this one,
Okay,
except
so,
for me with the Chargers. All right, so let's get to here, Spencer. You
Giants.
want to announce some of the other ones?
Let's see. Giants. I'd
What's your
probably
take?
put a D tier. I'm not a Danny Dimes guy.
It's
I
over.
thought they had a good draft though. I thought they had a good draft.
So is it all over for the Giants? It's all over.
Oh, geez. Well, they got to find out if Daniel. I mean, let's face it. I think Daniel Jones is coming back. I mean, the best they can do with Daniel Jones is if Brian Dable is able to make him look like the dollar store version of Josh Allen, then yeah, you might be able to get some draft capital out of him. But I think with the Giants right now, they made some upgrades. They obviously drafted Thibodeau in the first round. That was a good move by then. They drafted Evan Neal, who a lot of people, both those guys could have been shoot in at number 1 overall to the Jaguars. So you got to give them props for that. And then I don't know. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not the team can actually do a thing. Can freaking Kenny Galladay actually catch a touchdown? Can Kadarius Toney not get traded? You already drafted his replacement, so it's just going to be a huge question mark for them. We don't really know what to expect for the Giants, but they're definitely not going to be a playoff team, and I'd probably put them in C tier as well.
C?
Yeah.
I'll put them in D.
Okay.
They're still rebuilding. I agree
think
with
they're-
Spence in terms of just like they're bums right now. I mean, it's just the main 2 players that need to prove themselves right now are Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. Saquon gets a little bit of a pass. It's because he just keeps getting injured more than anything. And whenever he's playing, he has to carry the team on his back. Versus Daniel Jones has been out there the entire time. And the definition of Daniel Jones's career so far was that one time he ran for a touchdown and
He tripped.
he tripped nearing the goal line. That's the definition of the New York Giants right now. There's hope and optimism, and then reality kicks in, which is Daniel Jones tripping near the goal line. That's what happens every single year. And I think based on how the draft went, they didn't Gettleman it, which I've heard some people say.
Yeah,
They didn't pull a Dave Gettleman, and they actually drafted pretty good, so the future looks bright for them based on how they did, and it's just rebuilding right now for them. I think they're just in the rebuilding stage. So yeah, D.
Alrighty. Next on our list are the Eagles.
The Eagles. Oh no.
I think you go one ways with this. I thought they had a pretty decent end of the season last year. I think Hurts is their QB, but there are some questions still, especially with what team shows up to play. I just think that I do like some of the pieces on this team, but again, I would probably put them probably C tier. I think they're still building a couple more. They need a couple more players, but I'd probably say B or C tier, and I'd probably say lower B to C.
Yeah. The only reason why the freaking Eagles got into the playoffs last year was because the NFL expanded their wild card, so now you can have 3 teams in there, and they played the freaking. They had a streak when they were playing teams like the Giants, the Reds. No, I'm not going to call them. I'm just going to call them the Redskins, the football team, and the Jets.
I don't know. What do you think, Spence?
I think they're in the B tier. I think they got a lot better. I think they get Jordan Davis. Is that who they drafted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got the actual beast from Georgia.
Yeah, I think Jordan Davis is really good. I really like AJ Brown. I think they're gonna win the NFC East. I think they're in the B tier.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That's a big take right there.
Yeah,
They're
well,
better than
yeah.
the Cowboys or worse than the Cowboys.
Better. Well, if I agree, better than the Cowboys.
you know
Okay.
what? Since it's the Cowboys and I hate the Cowboys more,
I think that's just universal that people hate the Cowboys. It's become a universal sign of brotherly love. Of what's good, brother.
good brother, you hate the Cowboys too.
Yeah, and of course we're talking about that. We're talking about Philadelphia, brotherly love.
Yeah,
Hell
brotherly love.
yeah. And also,
Speaking of brotherly love,
oh no.
Go.
All right, how about we let Don do this one? You can go full Yinzer mode now.
First off, you're changing the name of your stadium. It will not be what's the name of their stadium?
It's some like company out of Michigan.
Just say some random thing. Just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
Some
geez, it's
Michigan
not Heinz
company.
Field.
You can
Yeah.
start over again. Start
The fact that
over.
they're renaming their Heinz Field is bad enough. And now, what's going to happen with the Steelers this year? They got a new quarterback. His name is Mitch Trubisky. You thought I was going to say Kenny Pickett? No. They got Mitch Trubisky to replace Ben Roethlisberger. Now, of course, they got Kenny Pickett as well. Rumor has it that Kenny's running third string. It's definitely not good. So it's probably going to be Mitch starting up this season. You still got a good defense there. Mike Tomlin's a beast. And then you drafted probably the most Steelers wide receiver of all time in George Pickens. So he's bound to be a borderline Pro Bowler, and then he's going to want to get cut and released from the team because he was acting up. That's how the Steelers generally do their things. So I think they're still in the rebuild state. I'd probably give them probably put them in like the same category. No, I'd probably put shade below the Eagles. High C, low B.
Okay.
All right, the Yinzer has spoken, or the New York Yinzer, I guess. I know. What do you think, Spence?
I'd probably put them in the C tier, but I think they're better than all the teams in the C tier, so probably like low B. I think George Pickens is a menace. Love that dude. I don't really believe in Kenny Pickett though, but Mike Tomlin's really a coach. So
Don't say that to Pittsburgh Steelers fans. They'll not like you. They'll say, "You dare say such a thing to the Messiah himself, Kenny Pickett?" And then they'll probably just desecrate you with Heinz ketchup or something like that, or a Permanente sandwich.
Permanente bros. Yeah, I'd probably put them as the highest team in the C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're better than the Jets.
But what about the Vikings?
I think the Vikings are slightly better since they have Kirk.
Oh,
I take Kirk Cousins or Mr. Trubisky any day of the week.
I do too.
all right. We'll put them in top C tier until Kenny Pickett comes up. Then we're putting him in S tier because as
That's
that
what
one.
Pittsburgh is.
Yeah, because Steelers go Super Bowl.
All right. We have Seattle.
Oh,
D tier.
D tier.
D.
You're
D.
D.
What D? Do it. When your starting quarterback is between Drew Lock and Geno Smith, you know your team's in trouble. So Sorry, Pete Carroll. You should retire.
They got Noah Fant though, man.
I mean, no fan.
They just
What do you mean
no.
for man? What do you mean by that? You got all those draft picks for Russell Wilson. Good job. You botched the Jamal Adams trade to the point where you made the Jets look good. Now they got the dog and Zach Wilson.
For real.
The Jets taking whatever dubs they can get here.
You have a counter of how
But
many
now-
times we say
But now
Zach
you're
Wilson.
stuck. You don't know what to do. So Seattle, good luck trying to get Bryce Young this year.
All right, Spence.
Yeah, I put him in the D tier. Growing up around Mizzou, I really thought Drew Lock was going to be something special, but it's clear that he sucks.
Aw. Not enough dancing and all the memes that came out with Drew Lock. They're not good enough.
I hate to say it, but and Jamal Adams is a bum. I don't care what PFF says. I don't care what anyone says. Jamal Adams is a bum.
Still Blitz boy to me.
Right.
He is Blitz Boy. He is certified Blitz Boy right now, and yeah, congratulations, Seattle. You really screwed up on one of possibly the worst trades of all time. They're never gonna live that down, aren't they? That was just a road to getting Zach Wilson, and for this to happen was because of that trade. Without that trade, we wouldn't be here right now. All right, what about you, DJ Ace, man?
Yeah, D tier. I think that they were at a total loss. They're going to have to rebuild. QB situation is pretty dire, and I think that they're going to have to find something quick, or else they're just going to have a tough season.
They're
All right, yeah, I agree. D tier. They're going downhill. They don't even have a running game. I mean, they got
We're
Rashad
turning it
Penny.
over to FKP here.
Why?
San Francisco.
Oh, the best team in all the NFC West is here. I see.
You just
Alright, you
ranked
know what?
it.
Yeah, just
Oh,
put
you
them
just
in
threw
S tier.
shade at the Rams.
Just put them in. Just put them in S tier. They're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I don't care. I'm just kidding.
You're just-
If I were to be more realistic, I'd put them in A to B tier. More
this
likely.
is
The
going to
reason
depend
why is
heavily on. I mean, let's just face it. Jimmy G's gone.
he's still there, man. Surprisingly, Jimmy G's still there. I think he's a fine backup quarterback too.
But is Trey
I mean-
Lance going to get up though?
Yes,
We shall see.
Trey Lance is gonna get up.
I mean, he
Gonna
didn't
get
play a
up.
lot, though. He didn't play a lot in college.
Don't matter. Trey Lance got up. It don't matter at all. Last year didn't count. This year counts. Trey Lance got up. And
Okay.
but in all seriousness though, I think if I were to put the 49ers anywhere, I'd probably put them maybe ahead of teams like maybe the Packers and the Broncos a little bit. They at least have their stuff fixed out a little bit more. Trey Lance looks promising right now based on the reports I've heard. And at the same time, their backup quarterback is their former starter, unless there's been talks that Jimmy G goes to Seattle right now. But if he still stays with
hell
the 49ers, I know, right?
Seattle
all
needs to-
the Drew Lock memes would be gone then. I know, right? I think just based on the situation for quarterbacks, Trey Lance is going to be fine, hopefully. It's just I think lots of people are getting the nostalgia of Colin Kaepernick back into their life again. Lots of Niners fans I've seen a lot. I don't think that's going to happen per se. Do I think they make the playoffs? Wild card wise, yes, I think they make it. In terms of possibly winning, me being serious, it's going to be tough. But then again, we do own SoFi Stadium because records show there were more Niners fans than Rams fans that attended. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing if the Rams can't even fill out their entire stadium. So I would put them in A tier.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
See, I'm being fair.
He's a fairy.
Hey, okay.
What do you think, Spence?
I think they're lower A tier. I like
Yeah,
Trey.
see. Is Trey Lance certified dog?
I don't think they're better than. Oh, they might be better than Packers. I mean, the Packers choked in the playoffs to them, but I don't think they're better than the Broncos.
I see.
Let's see here. Just Trey Lance have Zach Wilson. Then I know. Okay, I agree with that. Put him ahead of the Packers.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Is Trey Lance a dog, though? That's what we need to find out. If he is, then I'm gonna dial up Trey Lance and say, "Hey, man, I have a man right here. Says you're a dog."
All right.
Trey Lance is a dog. You heard it here.
All right, there you go. All right, now D
Tampa
tier,
Bay.
D tier, D tier, D tier.
You're saying D tier for Tampa?
Yeah, no, we don't need him in the playoffs anymore. No.
No.
Well,
No.
being realistic, I think
Yeah,
that they're
S tier.
still a team. I just think that losing Kappa was a tough loss for them. But I mean, Brady pulled that little like curtain call, then he came back into play. So I think they're still going to be a good team. You lose Gronk, you're probably going to have Godwin back. You'll have Brait back. So I think they still have a lot of good pieces on their offense and defense, but I think they'll probably be a low A tier for me.
Wow, low A tier. That's surprising.
I probably put him in. I think they're better. You know, I'm still gonna throw them S tier. I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay.
Spence, what do you think?
I'd probably put him in A tier.
Okay. Any reason for like A tier or kind of DJ Ace Man summed it up pretty well?
Yeah, I don't know. They did lose like Gronk and Kappa. Chris
You know what?
Godwin with ACL.
He'll come
I
back.
would
I
like
think he
that
should be
retired.
okay.
Yeah, I think he might be coming back this season.
Yeah, he's coming back, I think, in November, they stated. And they're, the second, was it wide receiver they got was Russell Gage? That's not bad at all. I
No,
would
it's not.
say S tier. They're still a formidable force, especially with Brady there. Aside from all the Brady hate I give just for fun, I still respect the man. He's
Okay.
gone through a lot, and he's a really good quarterback. And then
Well-
all the New England Patriots fans are going to go out there and say, look, he's complimenting Tom Brady. Oh, boy. But no, S tier. Most
S tier,
definitely.
okay.
All right, Tennessee.
Down. Do you think that their time already passed?
Look here. There's a reason why they drafted Malik Willis
And Traylon Burks.
and Traylon Burks. Remember when they
C
were
tier.
reporting that Traylon Burks is out of shape?
I say upper C tier.
Upper C?
Yep.
Yeah, I think people are realizing. I mean, say what you want, they're playing in a really crap division, so they're probably gonna make the playoffs. Yeah, I probably put them in B tier, just based on that alone.
Yeah.
Spencer, what do you
why
think?
not?
I'd probably put him in the C tier.
C.
Ryan Tannehill's a bomb. I think the only reason I wouldn't put him in the D tier is because of Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, please come on here sometime. I
You're a
wish.
certified dog.
Well, he is. Like, legitimately, man. Have you seen pictures of that man? He's insane.
Oh.
He's like what every he's like what every NFL athlete wishes to be, at least running backs. Some 6'5" giant that is just, you try and
Derrick Henry
tackle
really
him,
is
you're gonna
fine.
get stiff armed to another dimension. You're screwed. All right, and the name that shall not be named, the Washington Redacted or Washington Commanders.
Well, the pipe burst.
or the commies,
I don't know,
Or
what's
the
your
red
name for them,
tape.
Spence?
the red tape. Oh, jeez.
Man, I don't know where they should go. I was thinking C tier.
I'm thinking D tier.
D.
Yeah,
Okay.
Since Dan Snyder's now under investigation,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
finally
I think we
happened.
have to throw him in.
We're all gonna be celebrating. Dan Snyder's finally going to jail. Then he'll get bailed out. Oh no, what do you think, Spence?
I think like upper D, lower C. Or
Jesus
Matt.
Christ. Yeah, they're D tier.
D. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put them ahead of the Falcons, so most definitely.
Yeah, we'll have them
Alright.
lead the pack in the D tier.
All right, so let's review this tier list now with our special guest. We got the Bills, the Chargers, the Rams, and the Bucks in S tier. I think that checks out. We have the A tier. We have the Ravens, the Bengals. We can't say Bungles anymore, sadly. The Chiefs, the Broncos, the Niners, and the Packers. In A tier, we have the Colts, Cards, Pats, the Finns, Spencer Saints, hell yeah, the
Yeah.
Raiders, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Vikings in B tier. And sadly, Pittsburgh Yinzers are in C tier. Same with the New York Jets, surprisingly. And what am I Kane there? They got some dogs on
They
that
got that
team, man.
dog in them.
Yeah,
Got
they
the-
do. Yeah, we're gonna keep milking that for as long as we can. The Panthers, the Browns, the Lions, and surprisingly the Jags in C tier. And then D tier, Washington redacted. The Falcons, Seahawks, the Giants, the Bears, and sadly the Texans are dead last because they're the new factory of sadness.
Hmm.
There you
I don't know
have it.
how long they're gonna be like that for though. Oh goodness
Right.
me.
That was
Yeah,
that.
man.
I think we're gonna let good old Spencer here see his girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
thank you
If
so
like,
much.
I guess.
Thanks for having me. I always come on.
This is now gonna be called the Homie Hopper Podcast.
This is the Homie Hopper podcast. Yeah, no, just let us know.
All right. Sounds
Maybe
good.
like week 1 or something like that for NFL and get you on. Something like that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Man, thank you again for taking the time.
Thank you guys. It's been fun.
Peace out, Spence.
Be safe.
Boom. He's gone.
Boom.
All right, that's gonna do it from us tonight.
Yes, that is.
That was a great interview of the Homie Hopper. We're now gonna get rid of this Jets background. So
No, keep the Jets background. No,
Nah,
keep
we're
the
taking
Jets
that
background.
out, bro.
Nah,
Take
what
out
you
the-
talking about, man?
it's terrible.
Take that
selling,
background
we'd be
out.
selling
We're no
out
longer
right
Jets
now.
fans
Come
anymore.
on.
Nah.
Zach
Why-
Wilson still got the dog in him.
Yeah,
But
you keep
anyways.
it up for Zach Wilson.
Nah, we're getting back to the go light blue.
Ah,
We'll go this color.
ah.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I think that's gonna do it
What's
from
this
us
one?
tonight.
Oh,
We got
no.
Jordy.
We'll keep that one. We'll keep this one.
Where everyone they're gonna clip that if they see that later on. It's like, wonder what that
Hey, this
was.
one's a-
Oh, all right.
I like this one.
It has it has NFL on the top, so all right. I
Yep.
mean, yeah, that was what you guys think? That was actually a pretty good interview.
That was a good interview.
That was great.
Oh, we
Well,
forgot
thank you.
to show our comments some love tonight. We had the whatever kid stop by. He said, "Hey guys, I have a feeling Zach will have a breakout year and become a star." I don't know if I'm just saying that because of the news.
That's very well possible.
It is possible for Zach Wilson, in all seriousness, to break out, especially with the tools they've gotten him, the Jets. And I think he needs to break out now, because with the NFL nowadays, it's not become that teams are willing to wait for their players. They want it now.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think Zach Wilson he could break out. It's just going to be really hard because it's the Jets.
And we had our favorite troll stop by.
Nat Harrison.
The dot.
Yeah.
Dot.
And then we also had whatever kid come in again and say Zach Wilson, the real certified lover boy.
There we go.
It's a Drake reference
I
there.
want to hear that. I want to hear the non-Zach Wilson diss track. I want to hear the Abby
The hype
guy,
up. The hype up.
the hype up. I want to hear the hype up track for Zach Wilson by the whatever kid.
Okay. And then we also had the whatever kid say what Zach did seems like something Future would do.
Damn.
Yeah, does seem about right. And that was all our chats for tonight. But man, that was a good one. Interesting tier list we had. I thought the predictions were pretty solid for that. But yeah. We'll be back though again. I think that next week we're going to be doing the home run derby. If that's not, yep, we're doing home run derby.
Yep, from Los Angeles, baby. I
Yeah,
sadly
LA.
probably will not be there because I don't want to spend nearly $300 on tickets.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
That doesn't
Yeah,
even include airfare and a
Yeah,
hotel.
we'll be doing the home run derby. Maybe some IRL content.
And maybe some IRL as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, home run derby, I can't wait for that. Soto's in it, Pujols, the polar bear, Pete Alonso's in it. And then there's two others as well in it as well. But
I think
gonna
Jose
be an
Rodriguez
interesting
just
one.
said he's going to be in it too. The kid from Seattle.
I think he might. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
he
that.
already. I think he announced that he's going to be in it, which is, that adds on to his Rookie of the Year for the American League. I think he's already favored right now too. I mean, he's been stellar, so it kind of does make sense a little bit.
Yeah, Ramirez, I think, is in it. Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber, okay.
Yep, Jose Ramirez just joined.
Jose Ramirez. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
It should be good. Should we make like quick predictions for like who we think will win, or wait till the next?
We're gonna have to wait until that's.
Yeah, well,
That's
let's
fine.
wait till next time, but it's gonna be a good one.
Oh no!
Can't wait to see.
It should be fun though. But we'll keep you guys posted on that for
We also have a
the
Twitter,
MLB
guys.
Home Run Derby.
Twitter.
We also have Twitter. If you go right to our page right now, our homepage, we have a hyperlink there. And it's also in the description of this video as well. So you can always go play back our live streams once they end as well. You can go follow us on there. We'll be putting a lot more on there. Our Instagram currently right now is something's going on there. But we will let you guys stay updated on the Instagram situation. But I would say follow our Twitter.
Also, follow Spencer for coming on here. His is Spencer Davidson, but the I is a 1 instead. It's all lowercase. There's no spaces at all. He's on Instagram and I think possibly Twitter as well, but mainly follow him on Instagram as well. Hit him up.
All right, that's gonna be doing it for us tonight. We'll keep you guys posted on what's to come. And until then, see ya.
Peace.